ready to wreck some kids in dodgeball tonight or this weekend? Let's go. I'm going to show you exactly how to throw a dodgeball fast and hard. Get ready, because this is the best video you got on how to throw a dodgeball fast and hard. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Subscribe, hit that notifications bell. Let's dive right into the video. Why would you want to get better at dodgeball? Dodgeball is an excellent sport. Dodgeball is an amazing sport to test your athletic ability, to dodge some balls, and it's also a really fun activity that you can just play. Maybe you're going to Sky Zone, maybe you're just playing for fun with your friends at school or whatever it is, but dodgeball is an amazing sport. It's so much fun, and who doesn't want to throw balls at people, you know, and dodge things. It's a natural sport, and it's a lot of fun. So we're going to show you exactly how to hold the dodgeball. We're going to show you exactly how to shake while you're making a YouTube video. This is the exact video you need to get you ready for that tournament or ready for that practice or whatever you're doing. So the first way we're going to be going over is Gator Skin or Rhino Skin dodgeball. It's not super important how you hold the Gator Skins versus the Rhino Skins or both of those. It's not really super important, but you want to keep in mind a few things. If you have just an awkward grip on, it's gonna go everywhere, you know. You gotta grab it, just grab it evenly, okay? It's gonna fly straight, you know, straight, and just grab it how you feel comfortable with, but make sure you're not like grabbing it like do a curveball or something, unless you have a lot of experience. You have that, okay? The next thing I'm gonna talk about is warming up. Okay, you might think, oh, what does warming up, Aaron, have to do with dodgeball? Well, it's a big part of it. Promise you, if you don't warm up, you're going to be hurting, especially with foam dodgeballs. And if you're not hurting, you're not going to throw as hard because you're not properly warmed up. If you have a proper warm up, you're gonna be a lot more ready for dodging, for throwing, and you're gonna do a lot better. I'm gonna go over the warm-up with you guys. So for the warm-up, okay, the first thing you wanna do is you wanna warm up your shoulder, okay? That's the main thing that you wanna warm up. Okay, so you can start off with scissors, okay? You can just go like this, and it's really simple, but it's really important just to get loose. You don't wanna just throw it as hard as you can right off the bat, because one, you're not gonna be as accurate. Two, you're not gonna throw it as hard as somebody who's adequately warmed up. Start with these scissors, I like to call them, and then warming up the shoulder like this, all right? And especially with, this is very important with the foam dodgeballs. It's important with all, but especially with the foam dodgeballs, if you're throwing, you're either gonna be hurting, or it's not gonna be as accurate, or you're gonna be throwing it, you're not going to be throwing it as at your fullest potential speed. So you want to warm up your shoulder just like this, all right? And arm circles, okay? Arm circles with the arm you're using. I'm not going to go over super in-depth warm up, but it's the basics, guys. Just warming up backwards, okay? Warm up, just make sure you're warmed up, and also you can warm up your body, especially if you're in an actual tournament. You definitely want to warm up your back, warm up your legs, because you're going to be running around a lot. You don't want to pull a muscle, or you don't want to not be warm and then just kind of try to dodge while you're not warm. It's always better to dodge warm. Once you're warmed up, once you know how to grip the dodgeball and you're warmed up, now it's time for showing you where to throw the ball. So the best place to throw the ball, the best place to aim at somebody, maybe you're thinking, maybe I'll aim for the headshot, just get that sick headshot in. No, that's not where you should aim, because it's really easier to catch high balls than it is lower balls. So what we're gonna be, and especially the worst place to aim is right at the stomach to the chest, okay? That's the worst place to aim, because they can catch it super easy like that. All they have to do is kind of put their hips back, and makes a little pocket right here. They'll catch it not every time. If they're not athletic, they're not gonna catch it every time, but it's a good chance they'll catch it in the hip pocket if they're smart. just right here. So don't aim right here, all right? That's right where the pocket is. It's not a good thing. Or the chest, because they can easily hit off their chest and then catch it. Or their head. Headshots might not even count depending where you are. So the best place to throw the dodgeball is at the shins. I like to aim for the shins, okay? Right here to the feet, because they're not gonna be able to catch it if you aim for their feet or for their shins. I like to aim about the middle of the shins because they're not gonna catch it. And then, you know, they can jump. Yes, they can jump for that, but you know, switch it up as well. Aim for a tough spot to catch. Maybe if they keep on dodging it, jumping, you know, when you aim for the legs, switch it up and aim for their right shoulder or their left shoulder, okay? Because it's really hard to catch when it's headed right here. Look how I'm positioned right here. That's not an easy catch. Right here, that's not an easy catch. I can barely hold the ball right there. So make sure to aim for the legs, okay? Or tough positions. Never the stomach, never the chest. You know, if headshots count, maybe go for it. If it's foam, I'm not promoting headshots. You know where to throw, you know where to grip the ball, you know proper warm up to get your fullest out of your throw. You know, you want to know how to dodge. So the easiest way to dodge is, most people don't know all these secrets. So if you're trying to, you know, dodge, I normally just duck down or, you know, jump down into a push-up position, because most of the time they're not going to be smart enough to aim at your legs, okay? So I normally just go like this. If it's coming, I'll see it. I'll kind of just know, you know, I'll see where the ball angle is, and I'll figure out where I should dodge, okay? If it's really close, you'll just have to guess for dodging, all right? You're not going to be able to, you know exactly every time, because when people throw really hard, you're not going to have time to sometimes dodge. So you want to see their pattern of where they throw it. Most people get in a pattern of where they're throwing it. So they'll, for example, just throw it to the legs all the time. So if they always throw it to the legs, just jump. But a good technique, because most people aren't smart enough to go for the legs, they'll go for the biggest part of your body, the chest or your stomach. So what you want to do, depending on if you in your game, because if you catch it, normally somebody gets back into your game. That's not all dodgeball rules, but some of them do that, okay? So if you're really trying to catch the ball, be in a defensive spot where you can try to catch the ball. A good position to catch the ball is, like I said, kind of bent down, athletic position where you can kind of, you know, you can dodge easily, but you can also catch it. If they're not smart enough to throw it at your legs, you can catch it right in the hip socket, all right? That's what we talked about. Right in that hip joint, you know, it's super easy to just be like this when it's coming. So that's your best bet for catching the ball, okay? So if it's headed at the hips, just kind of close in your hips and try to catch it, okay? Obviously, different dodgeballs are easier and harder to catch, so, you know, keep that in mind as well. It's not the easiest thing to catch gator or rhino skins. These are probably the hardest to catch, actually. So if it's a rubber ball, sometimes they bounce off quick, bounce off good, so you might not be able to catch that as well. Depending on if you're on a trampoline or on ground, you know, there's a lot of factors. Like I was trying to get at, what you want to do if there's, you know, throwing at a good dodge move is always just like this, all right? If you're on ground, if you're on trampoline, that's easier to do. You just, you know, going like that. But obviously, if they see you do that a lot, they're gonna start aiming right there. And one secret, okay, this is the secret that I see a lot of people not do, and it's one of the biggest things that helped me, you know, win in dodgeball. For those of you who are gonna play me in dodgeball, don't listen here. Click off the video, all right? I'll sacrifice the retention time, I'll sacrifice the watch time and the ads for you. So get off here, Michael, Matthew. All right, so what you want to do is you want to wait till they're dodging. Okay, you want to intimidate them, okay, when you're throwing it. So a good way to intimidate is if you have a ball, you're gonna run at them like really fast and just be like, and scare them. And then normally what they'll do is they'll kind of freeze up. They'll either like fall back or they'll kind of fall over, and then they'll be in a vulnerable spot where they can't catch and they're really scared, and all they are is just like down on the ground or on their back if it's a trampoline. So you want to get them in that position. The best way to do that is if you have a ball in your hand, run at them and just intimidate them. Most of the time, if you do that, they're going to be scared and they're going to back up, and that's going to put them in a difficult spot. All right, and then you can know where they're dodging, and then once they're finished their dodge, whether they go like this and then you wait to throw it, they're done. They're a sitting duck right there. The best time to do this is obviously when you have a dodgeball, because you're on the offense, you're trying to get them. Okay, so make sure to always have a dodgeball in your hand when you're, being aggressive. Other times you're looking, you're always in a defensive position. You're trying to catch or you're trying to dodge, Obviously, don't go in the front of the court, front of the dodgeball court when you don't have a ball. I do that just for fun because I like to mess around. Make sure to put it into action right away. In 48 hours, you lose up to 80% of what you learn. So I really want you to put this into action. So find a way to grab your brother, grab a ball, and just throw it, a softball, for sure. But throw it at him and just kind of practice your throwing, practice your dodging, and just ask him to, dodge the best you can, or your dad or whatever, and just ask them to dodge the best they can, and then work on your throwing, work on your dodging. To ask them to throw it like really hard, and then practice your reflexes. First of all, grip the ball evenly, depending on what the ball. Probably you might. I'm guessing you have foam or rubber dodgeballs. So grip the ball evenly. The middle of their shins I like to aim for. Okay. A warm up, that's going to put you in the best position possible to get what you need to get done, and you're going to have the fastest throw, you're going to have the most accurate throw. So that puts you ahead of people automatically, because most people don't warm up. And when you have a dodgeball, wait till they make the first move. How you get extra power, guys, you want extra power right here is how you do it. So bring your foot like this. Put your foot in front of you, and then bring your foot back. Your right leg back. And then if you're right-handed, if you're left-handed, the opposite. But basically, have your foot in front of you and step just like this and power through it. And really, that's how you're going to get the most power you can. If you want it to be extra accurate, which obviously this gives away where you're throwing it to if they notice this for a while, but if you point your arm, point your elbow or your arm to where you're throwing. So basically, like I'm looking at you, I'm going to throw the ball right there, point it, and then just like a pitcher, bring it in, boom. That's the most accurate throw possible and the most power. So really, and use that crow hop for the extra. Leave a like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and also comment below what other videos we can make, and check out my story below. God bless.